Hi buddy, Paul here with a Euro-Italian big Bava bang, and that is of course the superlative maestro of movies, Mr. Mario Bava, and one of the finest Blu-ray Steelbook releases definitely this year, and in my opinion for a very long time, and this is one of the very best, and that is from Arrow Video, and they are on the money with this edition of Blood and Black Lace. So very good, and just if you can pick up there very faintly, you do get the title of the film, which is just under indented almost, very finely there. Very difficult to pick up on the camera, but just excellent stuff. This is of course one of the earliest and finest Giallo films from the stable of the Italian masters of movie making, horror, thriller, suspense. But this, I do have to say immediately, a huge thank you to my very dear friend Captain Chris, aka Chris Film Freak 87. He has gone out of his way to get this one for me, and I am absolutely thrilled to bits to have it. Never seen the film, always known about it, always wanted it, and what better way to pick it up than in this superlative excellent edition. And this is all down to the wonderful friendship and decency of my great friend Chris. He knows but thank you just doesn't seem to be a big enough word. This is just brilliant stuff. I mean, just look at that awesome refinery of that classic artwork, and that's on the reverse of this steelbook. It's just a wonderful matte finish with a little bit of spot gloss on the front for that almost invisible title of Blood Black Lace. But anybody who loves the Italian Euro horror thriller chillers, guys in masks and black garb and just weapons such as this cranky old hand that predates of course Ash from the Evil Dead with his chainsaw hand by a good 15 years plus. Just, I can't say how over the moon I am with this one. It's just glorious stuff. It's just a lovely steelbook, it really is. And let's just check out inside, and goodness just keeps on going. Let's give it a nice wide shot there. Blood and Black Lace. It's just glorious stuff, starring Eva Bartok and Cameron Mitchell, who of course played lots and lots of cowboy roles, and then in the 80s went back to making lots of B-movie horror films. But during the sort of 50s and 60s he turned his hand to the classic horror themed thriller chiller films such as Blood and Black Lace as well. But that is just such a splendid interior backing artwork. Doesn't get much better than that. Wonderful stuff indeed. Just quickly as well, bring in the bits and pieces as well to go with this, and again just do a nice wide shot there. What we got is the J card giving us the information about it. Nice Blu-ray disc there, which has some of that wonderful cover art for the film, and a very in-depth and informative booklet as well there, which of course is very synonymous now with Arrow Video, and again wonderful stuff. Just give a snippet here of all the goodness that comes with this one. There's lots and lots of extras, and we do get the film fully uncut and in its proper widescreen aspect ratio, which is a near sort of full screen production, because of course it's going back to 1964, so it's in a 1661 frame, but audio is the original 1.0 mono sound, but full colour production this one, and is also region A and B friendly, this one. So great stuff. All the goodness that you could want from one of these wonderful remastered films. And blood and black lace there with the program, almost the booklet. Let's just have a quick look inside. Tells us obviously all about the film, production notes and background information, all the goodness. And it is very much a whodunit for definite, but it's one of the gory whodunits. Films like this inspired the greats like Dario Argento. Without this you wouldn't have got some of his great classic Giallo films, of course, that came from the man himself. So but before Dario Argento came Mario Bava, and Mario Bava also worked with Dario Argento in the years to come. So great stuff. This just is such a wonderful example of how to do it right. And there on the back of the movie program booklet is the masked man himself, the killer, with black garbed outfit and a wonderful black rimmed hat as well. Does it get any cooler than that? Excellent stuff indeed. Brilliant stuff. So much goodness here. It is absolutely unbelievable. And as I say, without my very good friend Chris, this may have taken me a lot longer to pick up, because it is going to become a very highly sought after collectible Steelbook edition. Already it's selling for £25, £30 on eBay. But which is silly, because if you go to the Arrow site you can still, I think, pick it up at the £22, £23 price, and you get some discount points from Arrow as well, so it's worth a serious consideration with the remaining stock that they do have. But I feel confident, I've told Chris this, that in sort of 6 months time, years to come, this is going to be such a highly sought after collectible Steelbook edition that it's going to be £50, £60, £70 to actually be able to afford to pick it up. All the greatness of Blood and Black Lace from Mario Bava. In the background there, just touch on that, of course, you get 2 box sets of Mario Bava, just to show that I am a huge fan. And I actually got to see, there we go, you got Lisa and the Devil there. The House of Exorcism is actually, it is the same film, Lisa and the Devil, but it was taken during the 70s and 80s by the American studios, and followed in the path of The Exorcist, and they put in about 10-15 minutes of extra material, which was very raunchy, very horrific. So you got sort of possessions and nude women, full frontal nudity, and added a lot of spice to it. Definitely gave it an X certificate, and I got to see that in the 80s on the big screen. What a great experience to be able to say that I've seen a Mario Bava film on the big screen. But hopefully you can pick up all of the titles there. 8 films on the left hand side, 5 films, so 13 Mario Bava films there, and you get different cuts and edits and editions as well that are on the discs. So marvellous stuff indeed. Cannot go wrong with Mario Bava. Brilliant stuff. Blood and Black Lace is the one we're looking at, and let's just do a little short synopsis and chat about the film. So here we have it then in all of its splendour. Blood and Black Lace, the Steelbook edition from Arrow Video. Movie made in 1964, starring Cameron Mitchell, Eva Bartok and Thomas Reiner. Directed by the Italian movie maestro Mario Bava, and is considered one of the original and most influential Giallo films of all time. It's a highly stylised template for what was to follow. Mario Bava also co-wrote the screenplay, which tells the psycho-thrilling tale of the stalking and brutal killings of many a scantily clad fashion model during the 60s in various bloody ways. All done by a shadowy figure garbed all in black. Now, for a film made back in 1964, it is still very much largely shown in a cut form, which is disgraceful, as its visual splendour is matched by its gruesome and graphic nature up on the screen, even startling to this very day. Also has an excellent music score which complements and perfectly accentuates the film's mood and tone in a very stylised way. The film was shot in just 6 weeks at a cost of $150,000, which is just silly money. And as always with the superlative Mario Bava, he made the very best of a low budget, turning out a fantastic film. And here he even uses a child's toy wagon to mount his camera upon for those super smooth and effective tracking shots that you see in the film, delivering another picture looking far more expensive than it actually was, up there where it counts on the big screen. You cannot fault the magnificence of Mario Bava. Anybody not seen any of his films, this is as good a place as any to start checking out the movie maestro's work. Excellent stuff. This is a fantastic opportunity for me to finally be able to see, embrace and enjoy all of the bloody goodness that is blood and black lace. Thank you so much for sharing this time and experience with me. Hopefully it's something that has brought to a few more people's attention, blood and black lace. But if you've got it or if you've seen it in any form at all, please do let me know what your thoughts are. Also share me your movie experiences with the magnificent Mario Bava. Let me know which films of his you've seen, which films that you enjoy the most. But for now, just remains me to say again a huge thank you to my very good friend Chris for picking this excellent setup. It is just sublime, and it will have pride and place in my collection, and it will be a movie that I'm going to watch straight away and very much look forward to sharing the viewing experience with him and with yourselves in the very near future. But for now, thank you all so very much for checking out the video, spending your time with me. Always very much appreciated. Take care, everybody. See you all soon. Bye for now.